Hey guys, how you doing? I'm gonna tell a little story today about Blind Willie Johnson. Somebody I've been very, very connected to, just like many other blues cats, especially Delta people that don't get recognized and get thrown to the wayside. I will be talking about them and playing their music to my dying day. I'll be 70 years old in August. Um, the first time I heard Blind Willie Johnson, I was 14. Okay, so do the math. Um, and I was moved to tears listening to his music. I had the one album of all of his stuff, and then I heard it on an anthology album first. It was Nobody's Fault But Mine. And there's some people that consider Blind Willie Johnson the best slide guitar player of all time. He was deeply rooted in Christian belief, probably more than anybody I've ever known, and probably more sincere than anybody I've ever met or heard. You can tell in his voice and what his story is going to reveal here when I tell you about it. An amazing, amazing man that went through a really, really difficult time. So I hope you enjoy this. Johnson would have been the last person to describe himself as a blues performer, having been utterly committed to the Christian religion he sang about for his entire career. The music he employed to communicate his spiritual messages was more often than not wholly woven from the fabric of the blues. This fact, plus his remarkable slide guitar playing and his powerful rough-edged voice, makes his inclusion hard to refute. Born near Temple, Texas, Willie moved during the infancy to Marin, south of Dallas, where his father remarried after his mother's early death. At around the age of 7, the boy was deliberately blinded by his stepmother, revenge, her husband for having an affair and unable to work. Willie's interest in his music was put to use by his teens. He was in the streets playing for change, deeply religious his whole life. He joined the Baptist community and eventually became a minister. Johnson became such a familiar and popular figure between Dallas and Houston that in 1927, the year he married Willie B. Harris, he made his first records for Columbia in Dallas itself. He sold over 10,000 copies of his first single, I Know His Blood Can Make Me Whole. Continuing to record for Columbia through his initial failure in 1932, Willie eventually cut 40 sides, many featuring a passionate yet delicate slide guitar accompaniment for the fierce voice he had. Johnson's unique style made the songs like Nobody's Fault But Mine and Motherless Children Have a Hard Time the purest of blues laments. Johnson's recording career ended in 1932. A victim of depression, after remarrying and settling in Beaumont, Texas, he continued to sing on the streets and attend church. He did succumb to pneumonia in 1947. And what happened was Willie's house caught fire, the roof had burned, but he was still living in it, and rain came into the house, and he started getting signs of pneumonia, and the story says that he went to the hospital, and the emergency room wouldn't let him in. And basically they wouldn't let him in because he was black. So this is the truth. This is the real blues, people. The real deal.